with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through it that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I got game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Now ETN to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go.
On first down, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Back near the 40 at the 39. Second and 11. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. ETN up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 49 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give right side for Pacheco. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. Ball
on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pacheco. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The tight end in motion right. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. Touchdown, LA! Quentin Johnston. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fighting through. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Mahomes. He finds Robinson. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He gets this out to Spiller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Etienne once more. And shutting him off, now open field. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Now Lawrence. He gets it to Johnston. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score, Chargers 21, Chiefs nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the...
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Now Lawrence now going to move him around. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Lawrence's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. Still on his feet. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, L.A. Travis Etienne. 57 yards. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Chiefs 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just... yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll run here with Pacheco. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. Breaks a tackle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. There he goes, right side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Gets around him. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From midfield now, Lawrence taking a shot for Dell here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. Take Dell. 50 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
In motion right is Davis. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Tony on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dayon Henley. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On second down, here's Lawrence. That is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. The Chiefs bring pressure, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
And even before that play happened, you know that they were taking a long view on their sideline. Needed a big play on special teams, got a score on offense, and then they'll need another big play on special teams, probably an onside kick if they want to win this game.
Yeah, two-score game, but that play right there kind of kept the door open, didn't it?
Yes, it did, and it's open enough that they definitely have hope.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, two-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Darius Davis, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. A try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Chargers 49, Chiefs 28.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. His throw incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Mahomes again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Chiefs 36.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. Attack.
Mahomes will throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey. Safe right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.